man, so how many people you're supposed to be talking to when you're posting on social media? What's the paradigm that we're living in compared to, traditional live, events on stages and that kind of stuff? So we're going to talk about that in a second, but first this. My name is Jean-Serge Gagnon, and I help entrepreneurs like you generate residual income from digital course strategies. All right, so I remember like it's yesterday in February 2015, I was at First Step to Success with Dani Johnson, and my wife was there. It was an awesome weekend. We learned a whole lot. And one of the things that she talked about, so just so you know, First Step to Success is an event that happens pretty much every month. I think it's 10 times a year. And it's Dani Johnson is the secret millionaire from ABC TV, and she's also been doing network marketing for years and years, like 40 years or whatever. And she's been teaching these basics on building a business for years. I don't know if it's 10 or 20 years, but for a long, long time doing these events. And this event is kind of like your first, basics of building a business, right? Especially with the new age, with social media, but also just in person too, right? She talks about, recruiting, and she talks about talking to people and having conversations and building rapport and personalities. And anyway, she talks a whole bunch of stuff. It's really amazing. But that's not the point. The point is, she talked about social media posting and how you're supposed to post by talking to one person. That's the answer to the question, how many people are you supposed to be talking to? Just one. And that's the difference. And she explained why, and I don't know if I'm going to do her justice and explain it to you, but basically, when you're posting on social media, you got to remember that the person that's watching your story, the person that's reading your post, the person that's looking at your image, they're alone. They're holding their phone in their hand, and they're on their own looking at your post. So if you say something like, hey, my friends, how are you? Just like, hey, how's Facebook family today, right? How's my Instagram buds today, right? How are all of you doing? Versus just, hey, blue eyes, hey, green eyes, hey, you, hey, one person, right? Versus that, it makes a difference because the person that's watching, they're going to feel connected to you. Of course, if you say, hey, green eyes, and they have blue eyes, they're not going to feel connected because, they don't have that's not them. But that's okay, because the people that do have the green eyes, they're going to be connected. And that's what you want. You want to build an audience. And that's why they talk about your avatar and figuring out what your avatar is, who your audience is, and all those things, right? But the thing is that if you're going to be posting content on social media, you should be using the rule of one, right? The rule of one person that's watching. Like when I'm talking to you, I don't know if you've noticed this, but every single video I do, every single post I do, I'm always wording it, or the talking is as if there's only one person listening to me, and that's you, right? And I do that because I know that whoever's listening is there alone. I mean, it's not like you're on stage where there's 1,000 people in seats in front of you, and they're all listening at the same time to you. On social media, there's only going to be ever one. You're not going to crowd around somebody's phone when they're sitting and watch something on the phone at the same time, right? You're not doing that. Nobody does that, right? I mean, maybe there's exceptions. Maybe there's these like parties where people post a video or something and they share it on the TV screen and they're all sitting in a room or something. Maybe that happens, but that's very, very uncommon, especially with just posting a news feed, right? So you want to connect with a person, you want to build rapport, well, you have to be talking to one person, just the one person, right? One person, that's all it is. And trust me, it'll help. I know that it doesn't feel natural. It might feel like, well, but there's like, I have 1,000 friends. I have 4,000 friends. I have, 20,000 likes on my page. I have, this is my audience. They're all there. Well, yeah, but they're not all there at the same time. They're all individually watching you. So just keep that in mind. And, I highly recommend that you start using this concept of the one person. right? Hey, Anthony, Angelo, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you. Good morning, Angelo. Yes, yes, it's a great morning. So yeah, so use the one, just the one person. You're talking to one person. You know, like right now, I might address Angelo because he's watching right now, but that doesn't mean that he's going to be the other person watching is Angelo, right? It's just other people. Every single person is unique. You're unique, and you're watching right now, and I appreciate you, and thanks so much for watching. But so use the one. All right. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you think anybody else needs to hear this message, then please go ahead and share. I'm sure they'd appreciate it, and I would too. All right, have yourself a great day. Until the next